Do you know why your vagina smells? Dr. Okafor Chidumeje, CEO at OurDrKing Foundation Nigeria, convener, treatathon, the lupus day.
Morning. My name is Dr. Okafor Chidumeje. Let's just do a quick one. I'll be talking today about the causes of vaginal odor, the things that are likely to make your vagina have a foul smell. I'll try my possible best to use a pure layman's language so that I can be able to educate everyone on the causes. Because when you know the causes of vaginal odor, you now know how to prevent them. They're actually ones that are not preventable. Those ones I will still list them out. So what are the likely causes of vaginal odor? I will start with listing infections, vaginal infections, body diseases, that's general systemic diseases, hygiene issues, menstrual issues, and malignancies. And also point out that food, the kind of food you eat, also have a role to play in your having vaginal odor. Okay, so then let me start from the food. If you take highly spiced food like garlic and onions, they can precipitate from your vaginal discharge and bring an odor that some people might call foul smell, having a malignancy. If you're having any malignancy in any body, in any of your body, because of the high catabolic rates, it can precipitate a foul smell. Then if you're also having a localized malignancy like cervical or vaginal cancer, it usually comes out with abnormal vaginal discharge when it comes to infections. Okay, now infections. Infection is actually a broad topic. If it is a systemic infection, that's a systemic disease, there's this particular disease we call trimethyl amenorrhea, where the body is not able to metabolize trimethylamine. So the vagina starts, the body, even the sweats, it precipitates in the sweat and start giving off this rotten kind of smell from your sweats. So sometimes it also affects the sweat glands around the vagina. It might actually be coming from the vaginal discharge itself, but just from around those labia area, all those areas that has sweat pores, it can produce a very foul smell. Then coming down to infection like candidiasis, the vagina can be giving out yeasty, if you've eaten yeast, can be giving out yeasty smell if you have candidiasis. Candidiasis is a fungal infection caused by Candida albicans. Then if you're having pelvic inflammatory disease like gonorrhea and chlamydia, UTI, urinary tract infection, or urinary incontinence, because the urine drips down into the vagina, it can be producing this thick ammoniacal vaginal smell. Then the next infection that is that's the classical one we know that commonly presents with vaginal odor, is the one we call trichomoniasis, caused by Trichomonas vaginalis, a parasite that gives a greenish vaginal discharge. And then the one we call bacteria vaginosis, caused by Gardnerella vaginalis, that gives fishy odor. These are the classical things that cause it. Then coming to hygiene, of course, if you are not hygienic, you don't change your undies, you wear wet undies, you don't wash your vagina well with good soap, non-scented good soap, without actually putting it inside the vagina itself, just watching the vulva. If you're not clean enough, you don't clean your butts very well when you go to toilet. You don't maintain proper hygiene, you are likely still going to come down with vaginal odor. Then coming to menstruation, I'll generalize menstruation with vaginal bleeding. Vaginal bleeding of any kind can bring out foul smell, especially if it has stayed beyond the normal time. If you're using tampons and you leave your tampon for almost about 8 hours, it can bring out foul smell. Or if you are using a pad and you don't remove the pad for about a stained pad for about 6 to 8 hours, it can bring out smell. So now the commonest way to prevent vaginal odor is by good hygiene. So, but even with your good hygiene, you still notice a persistent vaginal discharge, a very foul odor, please see your doctor, see your gynecologist.
Dr. Okafor
Thank you, and
Chidumeje,
God bless.
CEO at OurDrKing Foundation Nigeria, convener, treater, the Lupus Day, the Lupus